What's your story? My story is Presenting to Win by Jerry Weisman. Before I start my story, let me introduce to you the author. Jerry Weisman is the world's number one coaching presentation coach. He founded and leads Presentations Limited, which he founded in California in 1988. He attended the NYU and Stanford universities, where he got his master's from Stanford. Let me tell you about the text. The text is about presenting to win, is delivering an effective presentation. And how to do it is there are three very important topics. How to deliver a effective presentation. You have to know and identify the audience. Picture yourself. Put yourself in the audience. Identifying and knowing who the audience is should be the speaker's first objective goal. And then the second, what would be the benefits to the audience? And then the third, which is most important, is verbalization. It's the technique of reciting the actual presentation over and over until you've reached the comfort level you needed to do the actual presentation. My name is Anna Kowili. These are the three important topics: learning to view yourself, your company, your story, and your presentation through the eyes of the audience. Wi-Fi, what's in it for you? Benefits to the specific audience. Each benefit must be linked to the audience. And the last one, verbalization, the technique of practicing the presentation over and over by speaking the actual words aloud until the presenter reaches the comfort level he needed. There are three biblical perspectives which I want to share with you. The first one is from Psalms chapter 19, verse 9. I have more understanding than all my teachers, when your decrees are my meditation. I interpreted this as towards the end of this semester, I think I know more now about communications management, what are the effective ways of delivering an oral and written communication. And then the second one is from Ecclesiastes. As to more than this, my son, beware of the making of many books. There is no end, and in much study there is weariness for the flesh. This one is biblical implication of this is that there is more to be studied, more books, there's no end. More books will be produced, and then no matter how weary we are, we should not be tired of studying these books. And the last one is 1 Corinthians. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit. There are different forms of service, but the same Lord. There are different workings, but the same God, who produces all of them in everyone. To each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefits. Presenting to Win is a book by Jerry Weisman, and he always asks this to his audience: what's your story? Before I tell you the important 3 topics which I learned from this book, let me introduce you to the author, who is Jerry Weisman. He is the world's #1 corporate presentations coach. He founded and leads Power Presentation Limited in Foster City, California in 1988. He attended NYU and Stanford University, and he is instrumental in Cisco's successful IPO roadshow. Since then, he has coached IPO roadshows for some of Fortune 500 companies like Yahoo, Intuit, eBay, and the latest, Trulia, the real estate search engine company, whose shares jumped more than 40% during its first day of offering. The 3 most important topics that I learned from this book is audience advocacy, WIFI, verbalization. Audience advocacy: learning to view yourself, your company, your story, and your presentation through the eyes of your audience. The presenter must identify and know the audience, know the level of their knowledge, in order for them to be able to understand, to believe, and to act on what the presenter is presenting. The next important topic is the WIFI, what's in it for you? Benefits to the specific audience. Each benefit must be linked to the audience. And in order for the speaker to link this benefit, there are 6 key phrases that a presenter must give in the course of his presentation. As a reminder, the necessity of linking every element of the presentation to a clear benefit audience. This is important to you because, as a speaker, you discuss all the benefits for the audience. What does this mean to you? Why am I telling you this? Who cares? So what? And everything that the speaker has to fill in the blanks here are for the benefits of the audience. The last but not least is verbalization. Verbalization is the art, is the technique of practicing the actual presentation, reciting the actual presentation over and over until the presenter is comfortable enough to do the presentation. Three biblical perspectives I want to share are this is from Psalms. I have more understanding than all my teachers, when your decrees are my meditation. I interpret this as towards the end of the semester, I have more understanding of the course, since this is like, it serves like a meditation to me, in the sense that I keep reading and reading the book over and over. So by the end of the semester, I guess I have not mastered it, but I learned a lot from it. And then the next one is Ecclesiastes. As to more than this, my son, beware of the making of many books, there is no end. And in much study, there is weariness for the flesh. I know there are times I interpret this as, I love reading, but there are times, especially the books, the chapters that we read, sometimes you are just so tired of reading it. But like what, this one, the Bible says, there are more books that's going to be published, going to be written, so we should never get tired of reading these books. And then the very last one, there are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit. There are different forms of service, but the same Lord. There are different workings, but the same God who produces all of them in everyone. To each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefit. This one, I picked this especially for you, Dr. Christina Gonzalez. All of us have each a spiritual gift, a blessing. You have the gift of teaching, and thank you for sharing this gift of teaching to all of us. And because of this, we benefit from you. And like what the verse said, in the Christian community, each individual has his or her own spiritual gift. We have teachers, doctors, and priests. And because of this, everybody benefits from one another. Again, thank you for sharing that benefit to us, Dr. Gonzalez.